And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisor channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village. It is 5:34 a.m. and guess what just happened? Guess what just happened? Yes, the jobs numbers just came out. And let's see how the dollar reacts, because, you know, the dollar is ruling this market. Why is the dollar the strongest currency in the world? We got 10,000 nukes back in our currency. Yeah, that's right. Despite what all the haters like to say about the dollar is ruling this market. And if you know where the dollar is going to go, guess what? You're going to know where the rest of these assets are going to go. So reviewing today's numbers, February 2nd, I keep thinking it was April Fool's yesterday. That's in April. It's February. Short month. And let's see, jobless claims coming in at 183,000, lower than expected. That is bullish for the dollar. And I wonder why that's bullish for the dollar. And then continuing jobless claims, everything came in, looks like lower than expected. So if jobless claims are lower than expected, why is that bullish for the dollar? I don't know. But that's what the chart says, and that's what the report says. And by the way, myfxbook.com is going to give you some of the reasons why these things are important. In the complex world of Bitcoin and macroeconomics, we are here to give you a bird's eye view from the macro level down to the micro level. We're going to marry the two together and let them have a little baby and give you the best education we can every single day. I hope you enjoy the video. This is what happens when you do this on the fly with no notes. Yes, this is all going to be live trading, live TA, no notes, fresh from the mouth of Chris Mitchell. Yes, I know, it's exciting. Okay, initial jobless claims. So, first-time jobless claims have a significant impact on the financial market since, in contrast to continuous claims, data which monitors the number of people receiving unemployment benefits, first-time jobless claims measure, oh, that's why. It's first-time jobless claims measure a fresh developing unemployment. A higher than expected figure should be seen as bearish for the dollar, where a lower than expected figure should. So we're talking about jobless claims. People that the amount of people that are on unemployment is going down and actually came out lower than expected. And what's funny is that the news people claim that Jerome Powell did not know these numbers yesterday before he went on camera. Are you kidding me? They have all the financial resource in the world to get the best financial advice, and they're not checking jobless claims ahead of time? Okay. Okay, sure. Just like the scamdemic wasn't a planned-demic, right? Anyway, smash the like button if you agree with me, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to get more of these cool updates, quick little updates on Bitcoin, stocks, gold, silver, and the dollar, all the things that you need to survive in this world. That's right. All right, so yeah, the expectation was 200,000, came in significantly lower than last month. Sorry, and that's non-farm payrolls. Higher than last month, but lower and higher than, okay, we're not going to go over that one. Jobless claims average for a week. Yeah, everything came out bullish for the dollar except for this one. Unit labor cost, building permits. And tomorrow we're going to get the payrolls report and the average hourly earnings, which will be important. Okay, so how's the dollar reacting based off of that news? Let's just look at the hourly time frame, because believe it or not, the dollar moves first, guys. The dollar moves first, and what a gap in price. We gapped down yesterday. So the dollar does close, you know, at I don't know what time it is exactly, but it closes in Pacific time around, I want to say 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. Pacific. And there's this gap in price action. Don't ask me why, but We've gone over this on the channel many, many times. Gaps like to get filled, and that is a perfect gap fill. Now, what you want to see if you expect price action to continue to go down is we kind of reject here and come back down. That is our target off of this consolidation range, which we've been hypothesizing, we've been TA-sizing, whatever you want to call it. And target almost hit. I mean, close enough is close enough. In this case, though, very similarly, what does price action like to do? When you break the range, you come test the breakdown level. So I would not be surprised to see the dollar come back up, test the breakdown level, and then make its way all the way down. Very similarly to what Bitcoin could perhaps be doing, which, by the way, looks like we're in an uptrend on the hourly, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And what are we going to see? So if we're expecting the dollar to put in a bit more of a bounce here, even on the hourly time frame, that means Bitcoin probably comes down in the short term and plays back a little bit of a cool off, right? We did say our target was 24.5. If you watched the live stream I did yesterday, I took profits at the end of the day. Why? I don't like to go in overnight on a trade. Sometimes you'll miss the next leg, but sometimes you'll keep the profits. In this case, that's what I did, as we took a long position yesterday from this region. And I believe I might have took profits right around here. But I don't know how many 1% trades you need to take in a day or 2% trades you need to take in a day. But in my case, not too many. And I'm going to go ahead and raise our line in the sand up to this past prior wick. Coming up at, let's just change this. Edit. And where do I want to put this? Below 22.8. Yeah, 23,000, probably good enough for me. Below that, any kind of a daily closure back below there, going to get the next big move down. However, 2-day, 3-day, let's see if the 3-day is giving us something. 3-day will close in the next 10 hours. What is the 10-hour looking like? Okay, any kind of a tick below 23,670. Very likely going to come down back to about 23,480. Is this a break of the range? Is this enough to get us to go to the upside? And here's what I would say on the RSI. If we do confirm this as a local high, I would be looking for this to come back to the bottom side of the range, which is going to... How would we confirm this as a local high? I'd want to see a closure below 23,400. More aggressive traders would just say closure here, anywhere here or lower, local high. And that would give us how many drives up bearish divergence? That's 1. So what is hidden bearish divergence? Where price is, we got this high here, right? This high here. So that's... technically we just call this one high here, one complex high, and it's really not even that good of a high. But in regards to the RSI, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 drives of hidden bearish divergence, and that is prices making. By the way, guys, everybody wants help on this that I talked to, right? Identifying hidden bullish or bearish divergence. I'm going to drop a link in the description. If you want to get the cheat sheet for hidden bullish and bearish divergence, just send us an email. I'm going to throw it up here. I'm going to even have the guys pop it up on the screen so you can just email, say, send me the cheat sheet, and we'll get it out to you to info@bitcoinadvisors.com. And it'll be the cheat sheet for identifying hidden bullish and bearish divergence. Now, here's what I would like to say. This is clearly 3 drives. So based on the 3 drive philosophy, you're expecting a move to the green 55 or to the bottom side of the range. Now, we did just get back to the bullish control zone on the 4-hour, and we're kind of rejecting here. So, you know, could we play a little more sideways and then pounce up there to 24.5? I do think there is a chance for that to happen. What else do I want to bring up here? 10 minutes in, so I got to keep these videos short and sweet and to the point. So again, what is hidden bullish and bearish divergence? Well, price is making higher highs, but the relative strength index, that is the RSI, is making lower highs. So it is showing that the upwards price action is losing strength. There's a divergence, and this is a very, very powerful indicator. And the 4-hour typically is going to get you some pretty good moves. Now, however, we are in a 4-hour uptrend, so the downside moves are going to be smaller on the 4-hour time frame. And yeah, again, using Bitcoin as a thermometer for the rest of the market. If Bitcoin's going to come down a little bit here, maybe, you know, and again, this will be confirmed with that closure below this prior wick as a local high. More aggressive traders. We got 2 hours left here before this candle does close. Let's see what it's looking like on the 2-hour. 2-hour is rejecting that bullish control zone. Same divergence alongside volatility beginning to decline. And yes, I am looking for this one to come down to about 23.5 at a minimum to kind of start out the day here. And that would be a declining vol. Yeah. So Bitcoin probably coming down a little bit in the short term. Ultimately, I've been talking with friends and family and everybody I know about Bitcoin, because everybody gets interest. You know, if you've stuck on the channel for some time, pat yourself on the back, because now that Bitcoin is interesting again, and now that everybody wants to talk about it again, well, you people that have been studying and been online and been following the channel every day, guess what? You're putting in the time to get paid, right? The time to be successful. And that's what it takes to make it in this market. You got to stick it through the boring times to get to the exciting times. And finally, we are in some, you know, more exciting times. Let's check out Crypto Bubble, see what we got going on. So ETHW up 5%. FTT, don't touch that with a 100-foot pole if you not financial advice. And AVAX up 2% on the hour. So that's about it, getting the pump on the hourly. Let's check out the daily here. And AVAX up 16% on the day. Nice. Hex up 20%. Apt up 10%. Gosh, that one has just continued to be a strong asset. Yeah, so a lot of the altcoins did get the pump after Bitcoin yesterday. Render up 18%. So if Bitcoin is going to be coming down, right, you might see some of these. And I did take a long, I don't know if I took that long on Theta yesterday, but probably not a bad time to, you know, take a look at, anyways, I'm not going to give any financial advice here. I just want to show you what I'm looking at. FTM up 17%. DYDX up another 10%. That one's been flying to the moon. Okay, that's it for Mr. Bitcoin. As we said, dollar is popping up here. And by the way, on the hourly time frame, let's say 15-minute. I mean, this is not, you know, super strong price action. Volatility, yeah, if we start to expand again, I wouldn't mind seeing the dollar do something like this right now. And that is a little pop up, test the range, and then come back down. And as it comes down, I think that could give Bitcoin its last little push up to 25,000. Credit to Mr. Crown pointing this one out. I did not see it. I did see it. I just didn't call it out. And I saw him call it out this morning. So I'm going to tag along there, Mr. Crown, and say, hey, look, the volatility signature on this BBWP has gotten back down. Not quite below 10 percentile. But this is a volatility reset here. And when volatility is resetting and you see price action just gliding its way upwards, good indicator that, hey, when volatility expands from this level, the next move is likely, well, I don't know. I mean, if we've been gliding up here for some time, I would look at the Stokes here. As long as Stokes are up in the critical zone here and will remain up today above 23,764. So if these cross back down, if you see something like this, let's see another example. Okay, so this is the thing you want to look for, this kind of signature. We are losing the critical zone and getting this down here. That is usually when you get a bit of a sell. Okay? And why do I say that? Well, this was the one I was just talking about right here. Yep. So again, if we mark this off using a horizontal, right? So as we're leaving the critical zone, and again, this is blindly just, whoa, what do you know? What do you know? Would that have been a good sell, guys? I'll leave that up to you. And if we measure that out, oh, that was 42% to the downside. So here's the point here is the average move on the low volatility expansion is 20%. And I would say this, again, if we see this signature where it comes down, I'm saying, look, okay, if, and by the way, I'm going to move this down. I'm going to move this down. Oh, look at that. If we get a tick below there, definitely going to move to 23.5. You know, perhaps that is in the cards today. And what is the route of the most pain? Again, I think the most pain would be something like this. Boom, boom, down to 20,000, right? So fake everybody out one last time, one last push to the upside, and then throw it back into everybody's face at 20,000, maybe this purple 200. Let's check in on a couple other indicators here that we like to use. The global open interest. So all the leveraged positions on the board. Leveraged positions on the board. And what do we see here? Open interest is coming in at 7.5 billion. So once this climbs up, and as open interest continues to rise, yep, you would expect price action to continue to rise. And open interest is going to be the blue line, Yep. So, and then, you know, when we get back up to about 11, 12 billion, right? What was this? Oh, this is only 10, 12. You know, you can kind of see the trend line coming down here, right? So, open interest is certainly coming up, and I do see a nice little play on theta right now. Maybe I want to take that short. Let's take a look here. As Bitcoin's coming down, remember, this is the thermometer for the beginnings of some downside. Ooh, look at that W, though. Is that a W or a double bottom? Double bottom right there with the golden cross. I mean, this, why would you want to short this? No, I'm not going to take it. Overall looks bullish, and I would want to buy the higher low. Well, this was the higher low. And so if we just test down here, that's perfectly fine. I am looking at the next target on this guy for one more run higher at Mr. Theta coming in here at about 120. So you might say, well, what is it? What kind of move is that, Chris? I don't care about that kind of move, but trend line is down still. Technically, that is a higher low and a higher high. This would be a lower high and a lower low. So perhaps I'm wrong on this one, but I'd be waiting for a closure, daily closure back above 111, and that would do it for me. Okay. I think that's it for today, guys. Oh, I said I'd check in on NASDAQ. And NASDAQ, oh, point for the bulls, looking bullish here, NASDAQ. So let's take a look on the daily here. We got a nice daily. By the way, I should probably draw those trend lines out again. For the NASDAQ is, we had it drawn like this, yeah? Something like that. A nice little falling channel. And since these do technically get resolved to the downside most times, falling wedge, falling channel, I don't know what you want to call it, guys, but there's a lot of confluence there. And a lot of trend lines just touching each other. A little bit of a fake out there. It's okay to wick above, but we had a closure above there, closure above here. Now this looks like a confirmed breakout. And I would be looking for the next run. And Michael Burry said sell. What the heck? Excuse my language. Michael Burry said sell. Didn't you guys see? Let's see what Wifey's saying on Twitter today. Wifey, I'm so not good at Twitter, guys. I don't know how to work this thing at all. Bear market rally research. Nothing amazing there today, Wifey. And she's got a dog and a moon in the background. So she's looking at the moons and the dog signals and all that stuff. Pretty strange, if you ask me, Wifey. All right. What is Sven saying? This guy, pretty cool guy, I guess. I don't know. I've never met him. But I liked his tweet yesterday. Oh, and the big tweet I heard about was something about the... These are the most bullish rate hikes ever. Yep, and now Powell is suddenly seemingly embracing radically loosening financial conditions while denying they exist. Ha, something is up. Higher interest rates are a huge tax hike on all Americans and raise the cost of our soaring national debt. Also, wages will probably come down. All this from a Fed that got it so wrong, even as of late 2021. This is better news than this is Powell. This is Powell. Oh, look at funny Powell. He's just laughing to the bank because they got all the numbers ahead of everybody else. Okay. But first target on NASDAQ is coming in at 1285. Second target right here. It's real easy, guys. Use the fibs. And additionally, if we're looking for that hidden bullish or bearish divergence coming back from this pivot right here, I will call it out again. If you want the free cheat sheet to hidden bullish and bearish divergence, just message me and at info@bitcoinadvisors.com. And we will get you free cheat sheet and you can follow along, set up TradingView, and begin to learn how to identify these things. So, what do you see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 higher lows. I'm sorry, 4 lower lows right there in correlation. Well, let's draw that out. No cheating here. You know what's not fair here is that line is not that line is not straight. So I'm going to use the horizontal here. And what we're looking for is higher lows, in fact. So if we're getting lower lows in price, we want to see higher lows for hidden bullish divergence. And we'd have to probably go all the way back to this pivot right here, but this is probably good enough for me because you're going to have those multiple drives. Let's see. We'll mark them off right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 drive philosophy does give you a shot to the 1618 fib. You get 4 drives and a shot to the 1618 fib. Doesn't always work out. I don't know what the hit rate is on the stock market. Stock market doesn't trade exactly like Bitcoin, but TA rules do pretty much exist across the ones that I use, at least. So where's the line coming? I mean, I guess you can go all the way back here. Was it here? Let me double check. So we were saying from this pivot right here, and this is the last thing I'm going to do for the day, guys. I hope this is helpful. Smash the like button, make a comment if it is. But this is important to identify. What is hidden bullish or bearish divergence, right? And nobody explained this to me. I had to learn it on my own, basically like guessing and guessing and guessing and guessing until I finally learned it. Nobody would explain it really clearly. And that is what, you know, is frustrating. It can be very frustrating. So, yeah, we're looking for higher lows coming back. No, from this pivot right here. This is the one.